What it do, Niner fam? Now, let's listen to what Mr. York had to say. He said, maybe we should do something a little different here. Oops, Saleh just walked in the room. All defense. We getting back to fundamentals. See, I know as soon as Saleh came in and seen what he had, he's seen what he had to work with. That's why people don't understand when we got rid of some people, it was not a problem. Saleh sat back and Saleh was like, okay, let me evaluate this team. Now, he wanted to keep Dre Greenlaw. He did want to keep, but now you can't blame Dre Greenlaw didn't want to stay. See, Dre Greenlaw did not want to stay. He wanted to be his own. He wanted to be the main man over there. You know what I'm saying? So, but we still got Fred Warner. We're not getting rid of Fred Warner. Even before Dre Greenlaw. But I would, I would have liked to have kept Dre Greenlaw, but he did not want to stay. So you can't force nobody to stay where they don't want to. Talanoa Hufanga. We seen, man, he was kind of brittle. I mean, it was, he came in the season hurt, got hurt again, and then I was like, this cat, he won't stay healthy. No matter what you do, he just won't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? And so, when you see a bunch of the players that we let go, everybody was, how are we going to be able to last? And won't they be forgetting the players that we kept? See, that's why I said we're not rebuilding. You're retooling. You stacking it back. You're getting something. You're getting stronger. You're getting younger. And that when Saleh, all he had to do was sit back and look and be like, okay, where's my studs at? Where's my studs? And everybody know when you in the house, you look for the stud. That's the hardest one in there. Let me look for the studs. Bam, you got your studs. Now that you got your studs, you say, okay, these other pieces, they can be replaced. They can be replaced. Younger, stronger, faster. You see that? Look, now, that defensive front, because that's how we went to the Super Bowl the first time with Saleh, that defensive front. Now, yeah, we had DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, you feel me? And Bosa was a rookie. Now you got veteran leadership, and you bring in some dogs up front. Everybody think that, when we went to the Super Bowl, Garoppolo was Garoppolo was good. He was a Niner. Garoppolo was good. But the defense was able to give him the ball back so many times. You know what I'm saying? When you're making the team go 3 and out so many times, you're good. I don't care whatever type of quarterback you got. If I can give you the ball, if I can always make that other team go 3 and out, and I'm constantly giving you the ball. Okay, remember, let's go back when we played the Eagles with the second time and in Philadelphia with Brock Purdy, where Brock Purdy got his revenge. Remember, we went down there and, the Eagles stopped us. You know what I'm saying? But we went, when the Eagles had the ball, our defense was shutting them down. We just kept giving the ball back to Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy got into a rhythm, because you got to remember, he wasn't in a rhythm at first. For like the first 2 drives, he wasn't in no rhythm. But the defense kept giving him the ball back. Kept giving him the ball. Once he had the ball so many times, he got into a rhythm, and you just can't stop him. You can't, Brock Purdy, you can't. Look at all Brock Purdy games. Let's go to the playoff games when he played against Green Bay. Remember, it was kind of slow in the rain, and everybody, Brock Purdy's the worst thing ever. Okay, once he got to rolling, it's like, damn, this fool hella good. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the NFC Championship against the Lions. He was kind of slow. Remember, they was whooping our ass the first half. The second half, he got to rolling. The reason it took the second half, we didn't really have a defense like that. The defense was still solid. But that's why we got rid of Chase Young. That's why we was able to get rid of Eric Armstead, you feel me? Because it took too long for the defense to take care of it. We couldn't stop the run and certain stuff we couldn't do. Remember, the man-to-man coverage, it was a gang of stuff that was happening. What we did now is we set back, you evaluate from last year. From last year, everybody got injured, all these people injured. Some of them people knew that they was going to get cut. They knew that was their job. Because this was a down year. Last year was a down year. And it's like, okay, we got a down year. Let's still fight hard. We Niners. He hurt. He ain't playing good. Okay, you know how you supposed to play in a down year? You see how Juwan Jennings was playing? He was balling. That's how you supposed to play in a down year. No matter what, you still play your hardest. Dre Greenlaw tried to do it, but he was still getting injured. He still was injured. You feel me? But that's how you still supposed to have that mentality. Like, no matter what, you still gonna play hard. And it was a lot of people that just wasn't doing it. They just wasn't doing it. You feel me? And so when the Niners let go of everybody, Niners don't got nobody. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, come on now. As a Niner, you know you still got your veteran leadership and you still got your dogs. And we didn't really get rid of none of our picks. We still kept all our picks. We kept it solid. And then when you brought in Saleh, people don't understand how important coaching is. That's how I know a lot of people don't know nothing about no football. You do not understand how important coaching is. You bring in Saleh. You see what Jed York was like, shit, we went defense. Defense win championships. We brought in Saleh, and Saleh was like, he didn't even have to say much. That first pick to show everybody the path. It showed you, the first pick showed everybody the path. Look at that. He went and got some dogs. He went and got some complete dogs. And the thing is, Saleh coaching them. Well, Steve Wilkes and all these other people, nah. Saleh coaching them. I want you to understand what that means. You finna have some stray dogs out there, man. We finna have some stray dogs. Why you think Fred Warner liked Saleh so much? Fred Warner wasn't no first-round pick. He was behind Reuben Foster. He was on the bench. Saleh the one that got him to where he was at. That's why he loves Saleh so much. Nick Bosa, we drafted him high, but now who coached him? Coaching matters. Dre Greenlaw, coaching matters. So I want everybody to understand, this year, remember all the mess everybody told, they can't do that. Niners, we ain't going to be able to do it. Okay. Remember, we got this weak-ass schedule that we got. We got a quarterback because they're going to give him his money. We don't have no offense. So a lot of people, we got Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Ayuk, Kittle, Juszczyk. Trent Williams is still there. Dominic Pooney. We still, look, the thing about the offensive line, everybody talks about the offensive line. When you're getting wore out, offensive line gets worse, especially when they know it looked bad last year. Yeah, it looked bad. When the defense know, you ain't got no Christian McCaffrey. You ain't got no Trent Williams. Jordan Mason can only do so much. Garendo's a rookie. You ain't got no Ayuk. What the defense gonna do? I'm blitzing 7 or 8. I'm blitzing everybody. I'm double teaming everybody. So the offensive line looked it bad. That's why people are kind of shocked. Well, they didn't draft no offensive line. We did in the later rounds. But as far as the first round, we didn't really draft no offensive lineman. Why? We think that we got continuity with the ones we got. You know what I'm saying? And imagine when that run game gets started and those defenses start to wear out. We start to wear out them other defenses. Then you'll see what the offensive line can do. They already know the game plan. They already know the playbook. Now I think they're gonna plug and play a few like a guard because I think Banks left, but I think they're gonna plug and play a few people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at this team and I'm like, oh my goodness. But I want us to fly right under the radar. Just fly right under the radar. Don't even trip. With that weak schedule, Super Bowl was at Levi Stadium. Just fly right under the radar and then tear their ass up. You know what it is, man. Leave it in the comments. Peace. I'm out of here.